Hey, this is Nerd Nara with the review of All New Wolverine issue number 1. I'm gonna keep up with the series because I read this and I like it. So first we start off with Laura, aka X-23, which I'm gonna be calling her X-23 because that was her original, I guess you could say, name. But basically we start off with her basically being undercover, protecting a guy from an assassin. Now, it turns out during this she has a interest in this assassin because there's a right here. She looked directly at the assassin while they were basically sniping at her, and of course, being trained by Logan, she has all those unique senses of smell, sight, hearing, which is pretty cool. She takes not only a shot to the back, she also takes a shot to the shoulder, and when she got the person to safety, she was going to tell him what this whole thing was about, but before she could, she took a shot in the dome. And as you know, that's not going to do nothing. Probably leave her out cold for like a couple of minutes. But during this knockout period, this is the so far best best little short panels I've seen, which is her reminiscing with Logan, how he's congratulating her that she's not trying to kill, that she's trying to be better than that, that he wished that he was a better man if she were to be cloned from him. It's a lot of stuff going in her head, and all this look even the second page, which is pretty badass, how they both say we're going in, blah blah blah. But I like this because it shows more of X-23 of how she mentally feels about Logan. How mentally she's dealing with the urge to kill, but the urge to do right. Same thing with what Logan was dealing with, but Logan was old. Like, he was pretty old when he started acting on his own. Like, trying to do good, mostly. He has a whole history of killing. While X-23, on the other hand, is younger. She's going through all these emotional breakdowns, especially from losing Logan. Logan's death wasn't easy on her, which was also shown in the Wolverines with Dakin and all of them. So she wakes up from this. Hi, you can go over there, or you can watch. I don't care. Sorry, my cat's right here. Loud ass. So she wakes up, scares everybody when she just goes ah, and she's talking to Angel in her earpiece. Angel's telling her, yeah, you might want to keep the cloak on, just, people's going to see you, weird. And she said, I don't mind, because I want them to see the Wolverine coming. And she rocks this original yellow and blue outfit, which I like, it's the same design as Logan's, but it's a little tweaked out. I liked it. So she's chasing the assailant in the bell tower, which I kind of wish they show the transition how she got there, because it looked like she was far away from it, and then all of a sudden she's over there at the tower. I'm pretty sure the assassin could have been left, but apparently the assassin stood. So she quickly disarms the assassin's handgun. They get into a little hand-to-hand combat, which it looked like they were really in sync, especially when she broke her arm, saying, I don't want to hurt you, you don't have to do this. She's trying to be like, he's trying to mobilize her and tell her, I'm not going to kill you, but I'm going to mess you up. Just stop what you're doing and come with me. Turns out this assassin doesn't like that idea, so she just jumps out of the tower. So, X-23's idea is this. Guess what? Angel, I'm going to count to 3 and we'll jump out, you're going to catch me. And he's like, wait, what? And she, 1, 2, 3, she dives off, which was pretty cool. And these are just previews. That's a lot of previews. But Angel captures her in time, and she's like, what took you so long? He says, well, I didn't know where you was at, and I had to do all this extra stuff, count to 3, and try to find you. And Angel and X-23 seems to have like a love interest that they're, because he's concerned about her, because she wants to save the guy the assassin was after, because the assassin called a drone, which is freaking awesome. So this little panel is him trying to be concerned, but she said, you know what, just drop me on it. And he says, but what happens if you get vaporized? Just stop worrying about the death and drop me on it. So he drops her. She takes out the drone, and when she took out the drone, while Angel was saving people out of the way she fell was so painful. Like, you don't see her contorted body in the middle panel. So he tries to comfort her. She says, "No, I don't want no embarrassing hugs or whatever." And he says, "What do you mean? It won't be that embarrassing." She's like, "Look, I got a dislocated shoulder, 6 cracked ribs. What else she said she had? Third-degree burns." And she said, "Hugging won't help." And he says, and she said, well, Angel said, "Well, what can I do to, to not make you feel all hurt?" She said, "Well, anything that doesn't involve squeezing me." So he gave her a small pat on the head, and at first she was like, "What you doing?" And he says, "Well, you want me to stop?" And she said, "No, continue." So that was a little cute moment. Now they found the assassin and laying down on the street because she didn't survive the fall, which I'm curious why, because that was such a great idea. But when they reveal the mask, it turns out it's another clone of her. So that's how it ends for issue 1. This really good start. I love how this started, and I got issue 2 over there. I'm gonna read it later and post that video up tomorrow. But if it stays this interesting, I'm gonna complete it because if the story gets dull, I stop reading it, and that's why I have a few reviews that's like from issue 1 to 3, and then I stop because it got boring. It got predictable. But this one looks very, very promising. What you think about the first issue? Because this issue 1, issue 2 has already been out, so I just want to hear what you like about it, what you might not like about it. I like the artwork. I like the story so far, and not only that, I like the fact that they're showing more of what's going on with X-23, like what's going on with her mentally and emotionally. So really good story concept, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen in issue 2. Actually, I'm about to read it and probably go do the review tomorrow. I'll see y'all in the next review.